Hello, I hope that you are happy, healthy, and sane today. It is a beautiful day. I hope that you are doing well. My name is Siobhan Shepherd, and for the new people who have joined my channel, I want to say thank you. And to the old people who are still watching my videos, I appreciate you, okay? So, I want to talk about pre-fasting, right? And how to go about pre-fasting, right? What we're going to do is we're going to do a watermelon fast. Now, I don't know how many days we're going to do it, but what we're going to do is we're going to get into the mindset of getting ready for the actual fast, right? What are the things that we're going to do to make sure that we're successful, right, to do this fast? So I'm going to hold you accountable and you're going to hold me accountable, and we're going to hold our hands and we're going to do this together, okay? So this is basically day one of my watermelon fast, but I want to talk about how you could get ready to do a fast beforehand, right? Some of the things that you should be eating and mentally getting yourself ready for the actual fast, okay? So let's get started. No processed foods. It's going to be a no. No alcohol, of course, right? No bread, no dairy, right? We want to make sure that we're not eating any junk food. I would say 2 to 3 days straight consecutively, okay? That shows that you are really conscious of what you're eating, and it shows a habit of discipline, okay? So we're going to take baby steps, right? And we're weaning ourselves off of the foods, and you may have a headache, right? Because you're weaning yourself off of the foods that you typically, of course, would eat. Now you're not going to be consuming them, right? So you're going to be focusing more on fruits and vegetables and lots of water. And you can actually eat some watermelon and actually start juicing the watermelon as well. So you're incorporating that, the watermelon inside of your system before the actual fast. Now, the type of fast that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be eating the watermelon, especially when I come across a really good one. And I'm also going to be juicing the watermelon. So the watermelon is going to have seeds in it, okay? There's a couple of places that I go to get watermelon. If I can find a guy with a truck with a load of watermelons, I'm literally stopping him and I'm getting as many watermelons as I can. If Kroger or your local grocery store has a really good deal on the watermelons and they look decent, heavy in size is what I try to look for, I go ahead and grab that as well. So you always want to have a watermelon on hand, just in case. And if you don't have a watermelon on hand, of course, you can drink natural spring water, right? A really, really good brand of natural spring water, okay? So I have my juicer here. I hope you have your juicer. And if you don't have a juicer, let's go ahead and start ordering a juicer for you, right? And if you don't have one as well, you can always cut up the watermelon into slices and you can eat it that way as well. You could just have strictly just watermelon. It doesn't have to be juice. You can just eat it raw, right? So we all have to start somewhere, right? Absolutely. Let's talk about how, again, the pre-fast, that's how you're going to be successful, right? So you're going to go through all of the motions of the withdrawal symptoms of not having the sugar, right? Now we're replacing that sugar with a natural sugar, right? Which is fruits, right? Mangoes, your favorite fruits, anything that you like, right? We're replacing chips with fruits. We're replacing cookies and ice cream and alcohol and bread and pasta. All of those things that we're not going to be consuming in the fast, right? We're getting rid of that and we're replacing it with only fruits and vegetables, right? You can have cooked vegetables too, some broccolini, all of that good stuff, broccoli, some quinoa. If you feel like you have to have something to eat, I would say limit it to one meal though, just one meal, because what you're trying to do is you are telling your brain what you want it to do, right? And your body is going to respond, right? So you will get over the hunger. And when you do feel hungry, I would suggest have a couple of pieces of the watermelon, right? And it will satisfy you. You should be okay. We're gonna go through this together. We're gonna be really good. Let's talk about the benefits of the watermelon fast, okay? So, watermelon has antioxidants in it that other fruits and vegetables and even tomatoes don't even have, right? The lycopene, right? That is important, right? That's what we need to have as much as possible, because studies have shown that that ingredient is a key ingredient to be able to reduce diseases, chronic diseases, okay? So that's why when watermelon season comes, whether we like the watermelon or not, we have to find a way to consume it into our system. It is very important. It has so many nutrients and so many minerals that we cannot skip over the watermelon. It's just, we can't do it. And I personally, I will say that I have not always liked watermelon. But of course, once I started reading all of the benefits of watermelon, I had to make myself like it because it's such a powerful fruit. I can't skip over it. And it is actually really good. If you don't like the taste of watermelon, I suggest juice it. And if you juice it, you will love it. Absolutely, you will. And then to the point, eventually over time, you're gonna start consuming it, because what you're doing is you're changing your taste buds, right? As you're transitioning to plant-based, if that's something that you are open to doing, your taste buds are going to change anyway, and you're actually going to appreciate the taste of the watermelon. Okay? Let's go back to a second benefit of the watermelon. It's going to improve your blood flow, which is great, right? So we're talking about lowering our blood pressure, right? Preventing heart attacks and lowering the risk of heart attacks, of course. So when you juice the watermelon, what's going to happen here is that juice is going to go straight into your bloodstream. All right. So that's why we want to juice it, because we want to go straight to the bloodstream as quickly as possible. Right. Another benefit of the watermelon is it's going to improve our joints. Right. And we definitely need that, because as we age, our bones get weaker. Right. So we want to be able to prevent that, and we want to make sure that we don't have any arthritis issues, right? Going into our older stages of life. So we always want to be in a mindset of thinking long term. What is the type of lifestyle that you want to have when you become, 70 or 80? Do you want to be active? Do you want to be in a wheelchair? Do you want to hold a cane? You get a chance today, right now, to determine what type of lifestyle you want to have, right, when you get that age. So now is the time to invest in ourselves and make the time to do this now. So when we get older, it'll be second nature. This is something that we've been doing consistently, right, for years. Okay, another thing, eye health, okay? Vitamin A, we need that, right? I have 20/20 vision, thank God. But at the same time, I'm in front of a screen every day working for 11, 12-hour days, havoc on my eyes. And now I can tell too that even though I have 20/20 vision, it doesn't feel the same, right, as I'm getting older. So we have to make sure that we get our eyes checked, but we want to make sure that we get this watermelon too, because it's going to help improve our vision, and that's important, okay? Another thing, of course, is you got to stay hydrated. It's 92% of water, right? A lot of nutrients, a lot of minerals in addition to that. So lots of vitamins, your vitamin B6, your vitamin C, your vitamin A. I'm working on my skin, and watermelon season is the best time for me to really have some really good looking skin. So you see my skin now, so I'll be making videos, right? Over the course of time on a weekly basis, you should see my skin improve, right? So turn on that mirror, turn on those bright lights, and Love yourself right where you are, right? Imperfections, flaws, and all, because you are a work in progress and you're working on yourself each and every day, okay? And this is the way to do it. So I have a sweet tooth, perfect. If you want some ice cream, instead of getting some ice cream, cut up a couple of slices of watermelon, right? This is the time that you're devoting to yourself, where you're pouring into yourself and you're giving yourself lots of love. That ice cream will always be on the shelf, but you can always go back to it, right? So you use the watermelon as a replacement for the ice cream, okay? I challenge you. I believe that you could do this. We could do this together. I know we can. Absolutely. Okay, another thing, workout, right? Because we want to make sure we're maintaining our weight. It's so many things that we have to work on, right? But when I was talking about the joint support, that goes back into, of course, working out, right? The amino acids, the potassium. Potassium is a mineral that cuts down cramps and aches and soreness, right? So after you work out, have some watermelon on hand, whether it's some juice or a couple of slices, and get into that watermelon. So I wanted to talk about how you could be successful with going into a watermelon fast, pre-fasting, right? Not just diving into it and just waking up and saying that you want to now just have a watermelon fast. It's going to, not to say that you cannot do that, because it's possible you can, but you want to make sure that the experience is really enjoyable and pleasant. And this is the way that you're going to be successful with doing it. You're going to ease yourself into it. I want you to keep your stress levels down as much as you possibly can. I know there's always life that always is going to happen and you have no control over it, but just really focus on your why, and know that you are altogether beautiful and there is no defect in you, and you are altogether handsome and there is no defect in you, okay? I want you to be good to yourself. I'll see you in a couple of days to check in to see how you're doing. This is around about that time. It's watermelon season. So, at the end of the day, if you don't have anything or you can't think of anything to eat, I would suggest you just go pick up a watermelon and eat a watermelon for a couple of days. Come on, let's be good to our bodies. I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much. Like my video, subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you on the next one. I want you to be good to you. Bye.